Section 1.1, the study of chemistry. Whether or not this is your first chemistry course, you undoubtedly have some preconceived ideas about the nature of this science and about what chemists do. Most likely you think chemistry is practiced in a laboratory by someone in a white coat who studies things in test tubes. Note, I did that for a while, but I rarely wore the white coat. This description is fine up to a point. Chemistry is largely an experimental science, and a great deal of knowledge comes from laboratory research. I think that's true. In addition, however, today's chemists may use a computer to study the microscopic structure and chemical properties of substances. Yeah, the instruments that they use oftentimes have computers attached to them, NMRs, IRs, for example. Or they may employ sophisticated electronic equipment, there you go, to analyze pollutants from auto emissions or toxic substances in the soil. Many frontiers in biology and medicine are currently being explored at the level of atoms and molecules. I think 99% of the time it's at the molecular level, because that's where the physical and chemical properties of everything come from, really, from the molecules. True, it's from the atoms that they're created from, but it's the molecules that people really should focus on. These are the structural units on which the study of chemistry is based. Chemists participate in the development of new drugs and in agricultural research. What's more, they're seeking solutions to the problem of environmental pollution along with replacements for energy sources. Yeah, that's the pretty side of it, isn't it? And most industries, whatever their products, have a basis in chemistry. Yeah, whatever their products. Sometimes chemistry is for good, sometimes perhaps not. For example, chemists have developed polymers that manufacturers use to make a variety of goods, including clothing, cooking utensils, artificial organs, and toys. Indeed, because of its diverse applications, chemistry is often called the central science. It's also called that because it's less basic than things like math or physics, but less applied, let's say, than things like biology or the social sciences. How to study chemistry. Let me see if I can move this down a little here. There we go. How to study chemistry. Compared with other subjects, chemistry is commonly perceived to be more difficult, at least at the introductory level. There is some justification for this perception. For one thing, chemistry has a very specialized vocabulary. I think that's true. But it's not always necessary. We'll oftentimes see that, the fancy words that chemists use are unnecessary. Should one say hydrophobic, or should one say simply greasy? I think usually there's a simple term that can replace the complex one. At first, studying chemistry is like learning a new language. Furthermore, some of the concepts are abstract. Nevertheless, with diligence, you can complete this course successfully, and perhaps even pleasurably. Listed here are some suggestions to help you form good study habits and master the material. I'm going to skip these. Go ahead and pause and read them if you like. You'll find that chemistry is much more than numbers, formulas, and abstract theories. It's a logical discipline brimming with interesting ideas and applications. Very nice. And that ends section 1.1.